niche that we've carved out for ourselves is experimental printmaking, with a foundation in traditional lithography, really based in everything that we learned at Tamarind, and with the love of the stone, the love of the process, but really wanting to see just what we can make it do. How far can we push this? What materials can we work with that we'd never worked with before? What kinds of results can we get? And just being open to trying just about anything and everything that's not going to break the stone or damage the press. People come to us with the craziest ideas, and we do what we can to try and translate that into an editioned piece.
So an artist came to us who has a collection of big African snails, and he asked us if he could come to us and we try to print the slime trail of these snails.
We didn't hurt them.
We didn't hurt them.
We didn't have to squish them or anything.
They were all treated very well. We did a lot for them. We heated up the stones for them. We gave them cucumber as an incentive to move across the stone. And we tried what is possible with the knowledge of what we learned at Tamarind and over the years in different shops, different techniques. So they were not traditional lithography, crayon and tuche washes. But they were all based on what we have learned from that.
Used a few different strange drawing materials. One of the artists that we worked with, Dane Mitchell, who's from New Zealand, he's a conceptual artist who does installation-based work, and he came to work with us, and not being the kind of person who would draw necessarily, he brought really exciting and really unusual ideas to the project, namely creating the image using perfume, which is something that he uses in his work a lot. Another interesting and challenging project that we did with an artist who's here in Berlin was a series of images that ended up being drawn with birthday cake sparklers. The heat from the sparklers set the emulsion, creating black marks. The thin wire in the middle of the sparkler burned so hot, it burned the emulsion away, so there's a beautiful expressive white line in the middle of these black marks. And we would never have imagined that that kind of thing would work. I fell in love with litho because of the stone and because of water touche and the effects that you can get with lithography. And this is what I tell artists all the time. You can get effects with lithography that you cannot get in any other printmaking medium.
It's the problem solving when an artist comes to us and says, I would like to do this or that. And that is my challenge to come up with a possibility to fulfill these ideas that the artist has. The best thing about my job, I think, is to see a product at the end that started out with the ideas of somebody else and has you helped it to be created. The process in the collaboration is often so that we talk with the artists and look at their work that they do in their usual studio life. So in our part in the collaboration is trying to come up with all the technical ways of how an artist can be creative in our studio. I think the reason that we wanted to open our own workshop was just because it was a given for us that we wanted to work directly with artists.